When I first saw this video, I thought I was missing something. I watched it again. And then I realized the horrifying part wasn't what happened. It's what didn't happen. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We have so much to talk about today. But before I talk about the case, let me update you guys a little bit. I am recording this whole week and I'm excited. I have needed to record for a while. It's been a minute. I had so much going on, literally trying to get air fixed. And I wasn't recording videos without air in this house because the lights are on me. I need air circulation. I'm good now, but it was like almost 3 weeks. It felt like 3 weeks. I was uploading shorts, but I weren't able to record. I recorded one video, two, but I was really risking it. It was just so hot. And then work has just been nonstop. But I have a whole week off and I'm excited because I'm using this time to record, grow my channel, work on my blog, Cuddles and Chaos. Go check that out, dog blog. Working on my trial talks, which I do have a poll posted on my channel where you can go vote, which right now I have. The ones I'm letting people vote on is the Ted Bundy trial because I haven't seen it. I've seen like a little bit of it. Jeffrey Dahmer, we've seen the victim part of that one. Jodi Arias, I hope I said her name right. I don't really care if I say her name right. She's a killer. And then Pamela Smart. If you don't know who that is, that's the woman who had an affair with her student and then convinced her student to kill her husband. Very interesting case. And I'm really interested in the trials, so that's why we do the trial talks on this channel and trying to get that back up. So I plan to have that uploaded Friday and the voting will end Wednesday. So yeah, what are we talking about today, y'all? The internet is going crazy. This case is all over the place. I first seen this on TikTok because I did not believe this. I was like, there's no way. I saw the video. The video of a girl, 21 years old, who lost her life doing an activity that everybody does. And what's scary about this specific incident is that there's so many ways that this could have been prevented. Going out the country, doing activities, excursions, because this was in Brazil. So when you are doing excursions, you are trusting these people to protect you. Nobody thinks about anything when they go traveling or, doing activities because it's fun. But you don't expect to lose your life on these activities. What are we talking about? We're talking about a 21-year-old girl, a 21-year-old student who lost her life in a bungee rope accident. A bungee rope that wasn't even a rope. There was nothing. There's video. I saw the footage. It's all over the place. They picked her up, 3 people, in airplane form, and threw her with nothing attached to her. 130-foot drop. She hit the bottom. It was all recorded. They were shocked. The people recording were shocked. Now, my questions, which we don't put blame on victims whatsoever, watching the video, so many things came to my mind. I'm over here like, the first thing I saw was that there was no cord. That's the first thing I saw. I was like, there's no way. I'm over here like, okay, she also don't have a little backpack for like a parachute, so what is this? It literally looked like somebody being just thrown out to their death on purpose. 6 people were arrested. They got everybody up there. The instructors who they found were bungee jump people, but had illegal credentials or not like real licenses or something. But I guarantee you they're not jumping off things without a rope. Where was the rope? How did you... Bungee jumping, skydiving, all this stuff, you have to have backups for backups. And there's always people for the backups to make sure you have what you need. Where was her backup with the instructors? Nobody thought that this was a problem. And I can't stop getting it. I can't get this image out of my head of them holding her up and just throwing her. That is so scary. So we're going to be reacting to this on law&crime. They have all the evidence. And I'm curious about what they're going to say because I need to know everything. I think I'm going to have a lot more to say in this video once I watch it. Because I've seen the video, but I'm curious about what evidence they have on the people, because they do have people arrested and they were charged, I think, with homicide, as they should. So let's get into this one.
It is the video that has left social media and the world in shock. A young woman seemingly being tossed off an abandoned bridge in Brazil without a safety cord in a rope jumping incident gone horribly wrong. She falls 130 feet and dies. Now, 3 people have been arrested and charged. The federal government is also being blamed. We are bringing on a Brazilian criminal defense attorney to determine whether anyone will be held responsible and to ask, how on earth could something like this happen? Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. I'm sure you've seen this on your social media pages, unfortunately. This horrible video from June 13th of a woman being thrown off an abandoned bridge 130 feet down to the ground, and she ends up dying in this rope jumping incident gone terribly wrong. And now 3 people, 3 apparent instructors, have been arrested. They are facing criminal charges. This is the story, this is the case of 21-year-old Maria Eduarda Rodrigues de Freitas, plunged to her death on Saturday at the Ponte do Esqueleto. Now, this is a bridge in Limeira. It's a city over 90 miles north of Sao Paulo in Brazil. Now, this is known as the Skeleton Bridge. It hasn't been in operation for about 30 years. It was apparently part of a rail line. When you see the video, okay, she appears to be wearing a helmet, a harness, but she wasn't attached to any safety equipment or rope, while the instructors, based on reporting, and maybe arguably you can see in the video, do seem to be attached to a safety rope. And if that is true, that's going to be a key component in this legal case. Maria Eduarda had apparently asked to be tossed from the bridge in this airplane Superman pose, so 2 instructors allegedly carried her onto the diving platform and then allegedly threw her over the edge. The video that is circulating is just awful. People in the background can reportedly be heard screaming, "The rope, people, the rope," or "Guys, the rope." The videos posted on social media by the group allegedly organizing some of the jumps, Entre Cordas, show what was supposed to happen. Persons attached to a rope with a harness is either tossed or jumps off the bridge, swinging back and forth. There's an apparent eyewitness, Igor Dinez, told outlet EPTV that he was on the bridge, saw people panicking after they let go of Maria Eduarda. Quote, "There were a lot of people there, not just a few. There were many people at the site. There were children there too, and they saw it happen. Some of the children were only 6 years old. It was a very intense scene. People panicked. Some who were further back grabbed their belongings and started leaving." In fact, according to the media outlet Thought Catalog, Dinez said it was supposed to be him, not Maria Eduarda, who was up next. And I got to call this out too. It's just incredibly sad. Before this happened, Maria Eduarda posted to her Instagram showing herself on the bridge, writing in the caption, "Who was the crazy person who let me come jump off a bridge?" She also posted a sign near the bridge that warned of dangerous conditions, highlighting that the area was not a safe one. According to MSN, Brazil's military police claim that 2 of the suspects here ran from the scene into a wooded area once it became apparent what had happened. They were apparently found by helicopter. Another had been arrested as well. So you're talking about 3 people here. Outlet 30 UOL Anos reports that 2 of the suspects changed their clothes too. According to G1 Globo, they have been identified as Luis Felipe Feliciano Egoroff, 32 years old. Metropolis reports that, according to the military police, he is a civilian firefighter. There is Vitor de Freitas Gonçalves, 27 years old. Metropolis reports that his work permit indicates he's a tour operator. And then there's Macon Fernandez Sintra, 42 years old. Again, this outlet reports he works with a film post-production company. According to O Globo, they didn't have a reason why this young woman was apparently not secured properly. G1 Globo reported that the suspects also appeared disoriented. They couldn't say whose job it was, whose responsibility it was to attach the rope, or explain why a safety check, a safety inspection apparently wasn't done beforehand. All right, real quick, I know this is a little bit of a 180.
Okay, let's talk. This is why I watch law&crime. They always got the evidence and the sources and just all the information I need. I'm happy that more people were shocked. I feel like I would have. Oh, I'm pretty sure they were screaming because I would be like, "Hey!" I would have been like, "Hey, stop! Like, you gotta just scream." I'm pretty sure that's what they were doing. Hopefully, but now this feels like pure murder, which it is. You know, they threw her off the bridge. Mind you, there's no way I'm going up there. I used to want to go skydiving, but then I was like, no, hell no. I never wanted the bungee jump because I just be thinking, what if you hit something? Even a video of them showing what's supposed to happen don't even look safe. I feel like you could easily just smack against the concrete bridge. That's too scary for me. I'll have to be a scaredy cat for the rest of my life because I don't think I could ever do it. But the picking her up and just throwing her down there is so shocking. And then running away from the scene, changing clothes, that looks so guilty. This is why it's looking more like criminals, because you did this act and then run away. Rather than going to go get her, you run into the woods. Now it's kind of looking like y'all were not the original instructors. Y'all came up here to kill somebody. That's what it looked like from my point of view. Oh my gosh. The fact that there are kids there watching this, horrified. The fact that everybody's screaming and looking like, okay, the rope's on the ground. They got her. What's about to happen? They have a rope, but she does not have one. And she's probably, rest in peace. She is just full of adrenaline and probably can't even hear. And can you imagine trying to get down from like an airplane pose in the air? What if they still even, let's say she didn't get thrown. Let's say that didn't happen. She noticed that she didn't have a rope. She's in the air trying to tell them to stop. What if they still threw her? I don't know. That's just in my head. And then just hitting the ground. Y'all know I'm blind because the freaking video is so freaking eerie. Just hitting the ground like that. A helmet still wouldn't save you, unfortunately. That's literally getting thrown out of a plane with just nothing on. The impact is very just sudden. 130-foot drop. That is scary. That's a sad way to go. Oh, I feel so bad for her. Lock them all up.
These individuals arrested allegedly told police he didn't realize that Maria Eduarda hadn't been secured and only understood what had happened when he heard the people screaming. That's when he claims he left the platform, saw what happened, claims he rappels down, sees police, sees a healthcare professional performing life-saving measures. Actually, that's another chilling aspect of this story. According to TMZ, a nurse identified as Reza Diaz, who apparently tried to save Maria Eduarda, told local news that she was still alive after hitting the ground.
Oh my gosh.
And we've seen other reports that Maria Eduarda was pronounced dead at the scene, that her body was transported to the Legal Institute. This is according to the Daily Mail. So 6 people were ultimately detained at first. They were questioned. 3 were released.
Real quick, I want to know if y'all remember this case of a skydiving incident. It was a woman who was doing, I think, was it her 500 jump? She was a jumping instructor, skydiving instructor, and she does it for a living. She knew she had backup for backups. The only thing is that her backup was tampered by her husband because her husband wanted to kill her. So when she jumped, the parachute it wasn't there. Then when she pulled her second one, it didn't work. So she literally hit the ground. The only thing that saved her life, because she talked about the story, because she survived, was a pound of mud. The mud. I think it was the mud it was a weird kind of soil that saved her life. Broke just about every bone in her body, but she survived and she's still walking. So the fact that this girl did not die is, oh my God, it's even more heartbreaking, because you kind of be like, sad to say and dark to say, but think about it. Rather than her being in pain, you would rather her not be in pain. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that impact, she probably broke every bone in her body. but she was alive. Somebody was actually trying to save her. Them some heroic people, because I don't even know what I would do if I saw that. Like, I don't know. It's just so sad that she was alive during that, like, that she felt everything before passing away. And I too think I heard that she died in the hospital, I think, but I guess she did.
And then the three that I just mentioned before, they were ultimately charged. Now, I've seen this one of two ways. I've seen them being charged with homicide with implied malice. 30 UOL analysts reporting that that means there's no direct intention to kill, but the risk of death is assumed. So I'm wondering, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later on, I'm wondering if that's kind of like when you look at second-degree murder in certain cases where it's like, you know, there's extreme indifference to human life, or manslaughter. It's a reckless disregard for the apparent risk, for the known risk. I want to, again, talk about that with a Brazilian lawyer we're going to bring on. But outlet G1 said that they were charged with homicide with eventual intent, so that's another way of looking at it. It's possible there's some variance in translation. But these are the three reportedly in the video. And G1 reports, though, that the three cases have now been converted to preventive detention. Seems the men are currently detained, currently locked up. Again, we're bringing on this Brazilian lawyer who's going to make sense of this in just a moment. To be clear about something.
Also, it was an update that said it was 3 more people that got arrested, by the way, too.
I don't
Like
know
a
if there's
woman,
been
2
misreporting
women.
about it, but this is not bungee jumping, okay? This is rope jumping. It's different.
Okay.
Bungee jumping uses elastic cords that result in a bounce up and down motion. Rope jumping is this extreme sport that uses different cords, ropes, and it creates this horizontal pendulum swing at the very end. According to 30 UOL Anos, only bungee jumping has a protocol that's registered with ABNT. This is Brazilian Association of Technical Standards. There are strict requirements regarding who can sell or purchase bungee cords. Delegate Andrea Dantas Levy.
Well, I'm happy they cleared that up. So it's not bungee jumping, rope jumping. That still looked the same to me. It's still you're jumping off something. All of that is the same to me. Oh my God. Imagine same thing that would happen if you bungee jump and didn't have a cord. Oof.
Told the Global outlet that the company operating this rope jump, quote, didn't even have authorization to be there, and that this was the result of a failure to verify and supervise the placement of the rope on Maria Eduarda's jump. G1 reports that in the video, the men carrying her appear to be wearing shirts that are emblazoned with the brands Entre Cordas and Evoy. Authorities say these are informal groups of rope jumping practitioners. There's no official company behind this operation. According to Thought Catalog, the tickets for this rope jumping experience range from about 130 to 180 reais, roughly $25 to $32. There were even future dates that were scheduled at even higher prices. And on the day that Maria Eduarda died, it was expected that about 100 people would jump. Now, in the aftermath, Thought Catalog reports that both organizations have deactivated their social media accounts. There is a lawyer for the operators that said, while rope jumping isn't regulated,
shut
like I said,
down.
the same way that bungee jumping is, it's not illegal per se. It's not against the law per se. Now, lawyers for the suspects told the G1 outlet that these individuals were highly experienced, that this had been the organization's only death in years. According to NBC News, a defense lawyer said the suspects are in shock at what happened. Also, we talk so much about the video, right? The video that's circulating around social media. According to 30 UOL Anos, Maria Eduarda was reportedly holding a camera as well, but it hasn't been found. Some reports indicate it was a GoPro-style camera. Interesting when you think about what evidence there could be there. According to G1, a witness claims the instructors had failed to perform the proper safety check. Reports say that the thick rope that was supposed to be used to secure Maria Eduarda was tangled up on the ground, and you can arguably see it lying there in parts of the video. There is also another legal development in this case we have to talk about. According to 30 UOL Anos, the municipality of Limeira may file a legal action against the federal government over alleged negligence in maintaining and controlling access to the Skeleton Bridge. The city government reportedly said it had previously sent letters to the federal government requesting security inspections of this bridge. Mayor Murilo Felix reportedly stated that the risks of this bridge were already known to authorities, that this bridge reportedly has a history of accidents, including a cyclist falling from the bridge and dying in 2024. Last year, 2 other people were reportedly injured. By the way, the mayor posted on social media, and this is per reporting from Fox, quote, "A young woman of just 21 lost her life in a tragedy that should never have happened. More than sorry, action must be taken so that no other family has to go through such pain." And before we even get into the legal aspect,
Look, I get what they're saying, because the update on that too, I do believe they're closing that whole bridge off. But let's talk about this. You can't, unfortunately, they can't control what everybody does. People still go through abandoned stuff and then they'll die. And then you'll be like, well, they knew it was abandoned. They'll go cave diving and cave jumping, exploring caves that's supposed to be hidden off because they're bad for you and you could die in there. People will still go in there. So I don't think the problem is the government not closing that off. The problem is people jumping off everything and hosting these events where people can jump off stuff. Mind you, the people themselves who are jumping, they just see, and like, it's an activity that is cool. That's all they see. So if you have these groups going to these places knowing it's dangerous, that's on the group. This is full human error, okay, y'all? I'm just saying that you can't blame everybody for like the build, like for that whole monument. People, they should just have a sign that you can't go on there. And you know something? People will still go on there. They disregard everything. People don't care, especially people who like to do like crazy things. They'll still jump off of it. I don't understand it either. People skydive off everything, free jump on everything. Just like, well, that one in Utah, that thing, that's actually a rope jumping thing too. It's really cool. I'm not doing it. But yeah, I still feel like you can't really sue the government over that, because even if they put a sign, people will still go. All they're going to do is tell their customers, oh, we do this all the time. It's okay. Nobody's going to come out here. There's no police. That's all they're going to do. But yeah, close it off, because if you had a cyclist, why is a cyclist, I'm not blaming the cyclist, y'all. I'm just saying, there's no rails on there. Why is a cyclist on there? And how did he get injured? Where, did he fall off? Like, I'm confused. So yeah, close that off, rail it up on the sides, and now we can talk. Actually block it so people can't get in if they're going to do it that way. Or blow it out, okay? But I just feel like people still, unfortunately, disregard safety, and they'll still go do these things, and that's full human error. That's just my opinion on that.
Of all this and the investigation, I just want to take a moment to talk about Maria Eduarda Rodriguez de Freitas. She had been living in Jandira. This is the metropolitan region of Sao Paulo. She was a recent graduate with a degree in physical education and sports management. She was very into fitness and physical activity. She was active on social media. According to Thought Catalog, she had a fiance as well who reportedly became physically ill when he found out what happened to her. Family, friends, they have described this tremendous loss online. A family member reportedly posted on Instagram, "Until now, I don't believe it. I love you so much. I'll never forget you from our jokes. I'll always remember you. I love you so much, princess." Another friend posted on Instagram that Maria Eduarda was a, quote, beautiful young woman full of dreams and now interrupted plans. According to NBC News, Maria Eduarda's mother posted a statement on social media too. This is per local reporting, quote, "My beloved daughter, today alone, I wanted to hug you more than 1,000 times. How much your departure hurts me. I love you eternally, my princess, and thank you so much for being a part of my life for these 21 years. What an honor it was to hear you call me mom. God, thank you for this privilege." Pano Bianco Academia, the physical fitness center where Maria Eduardo had taught, where she worked, said, quote, "Today we said goodbye to a very special person, to our Pano Bianco Silverstone family. Maria Eduarda left her mark through the dedication, affection, joy, and respect with which she treated everyone around her. Your presence illuminated the environment, and your memory will remain forever in our hearts. In this moment of deep sorrow, we join together in prayer and solidarity with family, friends, and colleagues, wishing strength and comfort to face this loss. May the good memories, shared moments, and the love left by her be a source of peace and comfort. Rest in peace, Maria Eduarda." And then there was a later post that said this gym, this fitness center, would suspend its activities, quote, as a sign of respect and mourning. Maria Eduarda was reportedly buried on Sunday. All right, so I want to...
That was so much. I was really curious about like everything they had, and they had the information. It's so heartbreaking to be, taken off the earth like that, and just to be plummeted to your death by somebody you trust. You don't know these people, but you trust them because, It's a dangerous event. It's a dangerous activity. So of course you trust these people. I just don't. I wonder, like, is that fear that goes into like this, that people would commit, like, do something, like, say it's an accident, okay, an accident, because I would hope nobody would just throw you off a bridge, but they threw her off and they ran away into the woods like animals and then changed their clothing. You look so guilty. This should not have happened. The fact that everybody saw the rope. Everybody saw the rope. Everybody was screaming. They still threw her. That's the thing. I think that's the part where you have to explain in court. You hear people screaming. Kids, everybody, like, nobody turned around. And when they had her in that position, the one guy at the back stopped. So nobody thought to triple check everything. You need 3 people should have eyes on her at all times, looking to make sure she has everything correct. Somebody who put the rope on her. Okay. Somebody, the second person, double check to make sure you see the rope. Third person, make sure you see the rope. And then last time, one more check. Make sure you see the rope. Always make sure you see the rope before tossing somebody down there to perform something like this. Even having her in the air, before throwing her, let's make sure we got the rope. Make sure it's tight and connected. And I feel like in the video, you hear people, I hear people screaming. Everybody should have just been like screaming the rope. But I don't even, some people did, but I don't even think they heard them. They just threw her. So yes, I can see why this is full homicide. I hope y'all can too. Because accident or not, you threw her to her death. Like, you're going to be charged with this. And now, like I said, the update now, I know that they are closing that bridge off, which they should. At least put rails up. But, like, nobody should be on there anyway. So, once again, humans don't listen. So, they still go to this place. This wasn't closed off yet. That's why they was on there. And it's like, it's adrenaline. And it's like just, I guess, cool to jump off high stuff. I'm not doing it. So they arrested another woman and then 2 men, so 6 people in total, all charged. It's just so crazy. It's so sad. Should not have happened. Could have been easily preventable by just checking your safety equipment. So what are your thoughts on this one? This is so sad. She was only 21, had her whole life to live, and this happened to her. So heartbreaking. Rest in peace. I'm so happy they laid her to rest peacefully, and it's very sad that she was still alive during that jump. I've always, like I said, a lot of stuff I say sound dark, but like, you kind of wish she wasn't, so she didn't have to feel that pain. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Stay safe, stay aware, stay alert. I'm not doing any activities. I don't do that type of stuff. I don't even go in water. Okay, I don't do that type of stuff. So on that note, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.